Hello everyone, Carlos Flores, back on basics. Before we begin this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new videos that come on board. If you have a topic, a question, feedback, suggestions, put them in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to do so. I have been answering all comments, all questions, and some of you have been sending me private messages and other social media outlets, so that way I can actually touch bases with you on a very specific topic that you have. I'm more than happy to do so. Again, put in the comment section. If you want to connect with me on social media outlets, on Facebook, search for me, Carlos Flores Jr. On Instagram and on X, you type in at Back on Basics. On, I can't stop laughing today. On Threads, you can type at Back on Basics or just Back on Basics. So let's talk about being silent. And you'll know what I mean in a little bit. Sometimes when we're communicating or other people communicate with us, they actually have an agenda, or we have an agenda. We want to tell them something. We want to comment on something that they did or they didn't do. We think that we know what we're doing, and then we're telling them this is the best way to do it. Remember what I've said before, right? If you have a support system, right? Take in what they're saying. Take in what they're saying. But it's ultimately you who decides what you're going to follow and what you're not going to follow. On the other hand, if you're the communicator, and sometimes, you know what the other person needs to do, you think you know what the other person needs to say, you think you know how the other person can get to a better spot, stay silent. A lot of the times, if they come to you, then hey, by all means, give them your opinion on what's going on or what you see from your perspective on them, right? And make sure that when you do that, you're in the present moment because you're neutral, because it's not going backwards on your past and it's not moving forward to, I don't know, a world that you haven't even experienced because it's not real. And again, right? Stay silent. Why? Because research has shown that if somebody is told what to do or what not to do, they will do it, and they could be successful, but they will not learn their lesson. If you stay silent and you let them do it, and they make a mistake, they learn a lesson for life. And that's the main point of this video. You have to stay silent. If they come to you and ask you for advice or suggestions, by all means. But sometimes we tend to think that we know more than others, and so we want to say something. That's one of the things that I had to learn not to do. Because I have opinions on almost everything, but I stay silent. I let mistakes be made, so that way they learn their lesson, and also they know how to course correct. I mean, again, my suggestions to you all is use your support system, right? Use your village. Remember, your village helps you by examples. Look all around, ladies and gentlemen. Do a little research if you have to. I mean, again, you're the one who makes a decision on what you're going to use or what you're going to implement and what you're not going to implement. So again, even if somebody is telling you that that's the right thing to do until they're blue in the face, it's ultimately you that will make a decision. And for all of you communicators, stay silent. It's hard. Believe me, stay silent, because a lot of the times it backfires. It goes back around, and then they will blame you for the decision that they made. Again, let them own the decision. If they come to you for advice, great. Give them the advice. But unless it's a very dire situation, stay silent. It's hard to do. I mean, I still not stay silent, especially with my kids. I don't. And that's one thing that I'm practicing right now. Remember, I'm in this boat with all of you. We have slightly similar lives, but unique to us. So even if somebody gives you advice, even if somebody gives you suggestions on how to deal with something, process it. Process it. Because it's great, but if it works for somebody, it may not work for you. Or it may not work as well as it did for somebody else. So process it. And again, if you want to try it, you make the decision. Because you're the one, it's your life, and you know yourself, or you should know yourself. Remember, look at my videos in the past. Know yourself. Know what gets you up, what gets you down. Know yourself, what gets you mad, what gets you angry, what gets you sad, what gets you quiet, what gets you loud. Because all of those things are going to come up at some point. And you are going to have to process through them. Because it's somebody telling you this is the way it should be. Sometimes you're just going to shut down. And you're either going to conform, which means you're going to do what they say, or you're going to talk back and say, this is not the way that I think it should be done. And guess what? If you conform to the way that they do it, you're going to blame them anyways for whatever, whether it's a little mistake or whether it's a big mistake. You're going to end up blaming them because they're the ones who told you that this was it, and they wouldn't stop talking until you said, okay, I'm going to try it. Again, that's the reason why everything that I tell you in these videos, over 300 videos, ladies and gentlemen, over 500 shorts, are suggestions. I'm not saying this is what you do. Remember, I recommend. That's what I do. Well, my recommendation, you have to accept my recommendation, but you have to process it. And I get it. There's so many keywords that I could say to make sure that everybody's on the same page, but I don't. I want you to process things. I want you to think critically because I want you to decide what is the best option for you to move forward. What is the best option for you to be motivated? What is the best option for you to succeed? There are options for you to succeed. There are options for me to succeed. There are options for everybody to succeed. Some of us have it harder than others. Let's be real. We do. But consistency, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it consistent, right? Every little thing that you do that motivates, any activity that you do, anything to get you going forward, not backwards, forward, will help you in your goals, will help you in your dreams, will help you balance your mind and your body. I saw a video of Kobe Bryant. He was talking about the time, and this is religious, by the way. If you're not religious, again, I'm not saying anything. I'm just giving you an example because you know what? This video made me cry. Because he said Not until there was an incident that took place that I realized that I needed to make this decision by myself. And look what happened with Kobe. He became a great basketball player. He was larger than life. He had a great family. He had lots of different things. He was very committed to progressing, to making sure that he got better every day. You know, I'm following Kobe Bryant's footsteps because I want to get better every day. I don't want to move backwards. I want to get better every day. So sometimes I sit in the muck and I say, how can I adapt here? And sometimes I use my support system. And sometimes I may watch a motivational YouTube video. Sometimes I may process things. Sometimes I may take a micro break because it's like, whoo, this is a lot going on here. But the bottom line is, I'm doing what Kobe suggests in his multiple videos. If you want it that bad, you will work for it. What does this, well, how does this do with the video that I'm talking about with the topic of staying quiet? As Kobe also has said in other videos, that the lesson that is learned by you is more impactful than somebody telling you what to do or what you should do. Listen to it. It's more impactful if you learn the lesson yourself. Again, you make the decision to do it. And if it doesn't work, what do? You adapt. You bring in your support system. You talk to people that can see you from their perspective. And all recommendations that are given to you, you make the decision. Again, you make the decision. So if I have a suggestion in my mind for somebody, I stay quiet. If they ask me, I am more than happy to give my suggestion. But again, if I have to say, no, that's not the right way that you're doing it, let me show you how. It doesn't work that way most of the time. It does work sometimes. I'm not saying that it doesn't, but it's better for them to either come to somebody in their support system or to you and ask you for advice than you saying it over and over and over because you think you know. You think you know better than others. Then they make a mistake. And guess who they're going to blame? You. Because a lot of the times people that fail, they're already feeling bad about themselves. And so we need to make sure that we bring people up so that way they can learn from their mistakes, with the caveat that they know that you're still supporting them there if they need any support. So, stay silent. It's hard. It's hard. Believe me. Stay silent. You will get to see human nature at its best, and you will also get to see human nature at its worst. Stay silent. Let them learn. They learn on their own, or the ones that they chose to follow and learn from, be a lesson for life. So, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new videos that come on board. Topics, suggestions, comments, feedback, anything, put it in the comment section. Remember, stay silent. Let them learn. I know that I haven't learned some of my things, and guess what? If you do that, you're bound to repeat it over and over again. Learn your lesson by staying silent. Let them learn their lesson by staying silent. Doesn't mean that you're not supporting them, because you're going to pick them up if they fall. It doesn't mean that you're not going to give them advice or your take on the situation if they ask you for it. All I'm saying is let them fall, because they will move forward and they will get to their goals. Back on Basics.